Hi, I'm Shreya from the Center for Social and Environmental Innovation. The workshop on visions for wastewater reuse in Bangalore and beyond was extremely insightful in talking about potential markets in the city. I think that construction emerged as a sector that has enormous opportunities for not only creating an economic case for wastewater reuse, but also for reducing the amount of fresh water drawn out from the ground.
Hi, my name is Shravan Donti and I'm CEO of Tankerwala and Green Lantern Engineering. We are trying to change the equation in wastewater treatment and water recycling. Now for this change, what we want to achieve is create an economic model behind wastewater treatment and water recycling. For that to happen, we got to bring in more government regulations and proper implementation of these laws. Groundwater is extracted beyond the norms and is used for construction industry. And we want to change that by using STP treated water for construction and avoiding the use of groundwater.
Hi, I'm Rahman and I'm MD and CEO of Koival Estates. I'm also a governing body member of CREDAI Bengaluru. So as an industry, our demand cannot be matched to the availability of treated water because we have various processes that require water at a specific given point of time. And therefore, it cannot be planned around the availability of treated water provided by the government. And therefore, we need a continuous supply of treated water available in order to follow the rules set by the PCB. PCB themselves are aware of the issue and they are sort of not really imposing the rule as of now because they themselves are not making the water available. So the basic challenge is non-availability.
I think that the need for standards and also those standards being incorporated into building codes is something that was novel, an idea that came from Mr. Nimisha that I think we should adopt.
I'm Dr. Nimisha from the International Association of Plumbing and Mechanical Officials. I think for our country, decentralized wastewater treated water could be used for many non-potable or non-human activities as well. And I think the key parameters that are important to look at first is the drastic reduction of microbial pathogens so that it does not constitute a health risk to people who are exposed to using this water. And of course, there are other areas of BOD, COD as well as turbidity and aspects of certain specific contaminants, be it nitrates, etc., that might have a bearing on groundwater or any other aspects that this water is going to be used for. And I also believe that it is not very difficult to meet these parameters as well as not very difficult to monitor these parameters on a regular basis. So decentralized treated wastewater is a huge opportunity, not only from the point of view of saving precious water resources, but also it will make economic sense, generating a revenue stream and economic activity.
Hi, my name is Vikram Rai. I am the General Secretary of Bangalore Apartments Federation. We are a federation of about 1,100 resident welfare associations of apartments and villa residents of Bangalore. I think from a policy perspective, there has been a lot of change back and forth in terms of what are the parameters, what are the standards in terms of those parameters itself, which have the goalpost has shifted slightly and more frequently. I think that is one more challenge that they face as to what is the system that they would have to install and build as far as these standards are concerned. I think consistency of those standards is very critical from the point of view of our members' ability to also to adhere to that and run the systems as per those standards.
One of the other things that's really essential would be proper monitoring of this wastewater.
Hi, I am Ganesh Shankar, founder and CEO of Lakshyan Technologies. And today, I believe if you actually monitor water, you'll be able to even supply this water for use in industry and other sources. So if you don't monitor, you'll not be able to do this activity. And considering the fact there are hundreds of smart city and digital transformation projects coming along, this whole water quality monitoring is going to get commoditized, because of which the price will also further come down. So the early adopters will definitely gain the benefit of making sure that water is utilized by industry today, and they would be having a sustained opportunity to sell the water for a longer duration. And I believe this technology is only going to improve with time, considering various crises that is occurring because of whether it is climate change or rapid urbanization leading to water crisis.
I think one challenge is for them to understand which are the best technologies which are applicable and relevant for treatment of sewage, of the kind of sewage that they generate. I think that's a technology awareness problem. I think a lot of our members are dependent on vendors and service providers who are supporting them on running those systems, but from a supply point of view, I think these services are not very equivalent, I should say. A lot of times the vendors who are helping maintain them are also not at the same standard and level. The resident response, right? People who are residents of these associations, they have cultural barriers around smell, space, odor, color, etc. Sewage is something which is not very endearing to them. So I think our committee members, management committee members of our associations have a tough time to bring in this behavioral change amongst residents to accept and adopt sewage treatment systems which are able to produce treated water. So I think these are some of the large category of challenges that we are dealing with.
Hi, this is Vikas here from Boson Whitewater. Tertiary treatment plants are costly and it needs to be professionally managed. That is why what we feel is tertiary treatment plant has to be invested, monitored and maintained by private entities where they understand the system and monitor the system. Tertiary treatment plants are very necessary for the city of Bangalore because majority of the water, STP treated water, is going to the drain unused. If we are able to set up tertiary treatment plant across 3,000 plus apartments in Bangalore, we will be able to solve Bangalore's water issue, and probably Kaveri phase 5 is not required.
So my name is Eberhard Morgenroth. I'm a professor at ETH in Switzerland, and I lead the process engineering department at EAWAC, the Swiss Federal Institute for Aquatic Science and Technology. I think the future of decentralized sewage treatment plants is really that we're moving from solving local hygienic issues into creating value. So as soon as you have the ability to produce valuable outcomes, whether this is water that can be reused, whether it's nutrients that can be extracted, then suddenly there is much more of an interest and ability to also develop technology that is suitable for this. And the vision is really that you then have an industry that's not just building them and then selling it to the owners of these, but it's really running these systems and providing them as a service that is providing value to the end user.
My name is Bernhard Struffer. I'm a researcher at the Swiss Federal Institute of Aquatic Science and Technology. And one of the major activities we have is on wastewater treatment in the future. And we have already, since 20 years, we've worked on these decentralized options in Switzerland, but also globally. And so we have made research in the US and in China and in Australia and South Africa, etc. In all these situations, it's proved that Bangalore is one of the most interesting sites to do this kind of research because so much is happening. There's not many solutions yet developed, but there's a fair chance that if anything happens, it will happen here in Bangalore. And so we want to be where the action is.